But you know how they say that uh, when they say like when you love what you're doing, then what you're doing becomes a hobby.
Yeah, hey, she
That's where I'm asking from.
must be careful of motivational speakers. You must.
How about you ask them a question to kickstart?
Okay, she has a question.
Awesome.
Yes.
My question is for you, how did you, how did you, like, when I say how did you begin, were you always the bubbly? You said you're not bubbly in suit, but like you bubbly. Were you always like a bubbly person? Were you always this confident? Did you always know yourself? If not, how did you like cultivate that you have now and like the preparedness and
The first and easy answer is no. I was not always like that. I was not always confident. I was always maybe bubbly. But my bubbliness was a coping mechanism to my lack of confidence. So I was compensating for the lack of confidence I had. Because I'm a pastor's kid. As a pastor's kid, I didn't want to be known as a pastor's kid. So I converted that identity into being a clown. So I was sitting at the corner there in class like this. I was the guy at the corner. Whenever someone says a teacher is teaching, I take a word, I twist it, everybody laughs. So I was that guy, the life of the party. But that was me trying to cope with this lack of confidence. If they had called me, the people like me, you call them, come and say something, you come here, we don't even know what to say. So I was that type. I was not confident in saying something that makes sense or something that can add value to people's lives. I was confident making jokes there in the back seat. So that is not confidence, it's insecure confidence. So how did I change? Which is your next question. How did I become this? Vision. I had to start taking myself seriously. Now looking at the future. Because I was now closer to my final year. This is when it happened. Actually, I should have answered this, my brother, earlier in the interview. What sparked the thing? I was doing my final year at university. And I realized I need a job. And apparently, to get a job, you must have some experience. I've been playing at school. I've never been part of any organization. I've never been part of anything. What am I going to put in my CV? Because I realized my CV is very simple and straightforward. It's short. It's not going to convince anybody. I'm like, I'm late. I started joining a non-profit organization called Mamelodi Initiative, where we're teaching school kids computer literacy. And I started being busy. I was very, very busy so that I can fill up my CV with some stuff. Lucky enough, I failed one module, which required me to now extend with another year. And then I extended, knowing that I want to get into honors. I don't know if it's possible here. I don't know if it's a wrong trick, but this is what worked for me. I knew my marks were too low. I don't qualify for honors. Then I re-enrolled for those easy modules that I did last year, which I passed with a low grade. I re-enrolled knowing that I'm going to quickly ace it and I'm going to get high marks, which are going to push up my average. So I get accepted for honors. And now I'm doing that because of what? Vision. I want to get into what? Honors. So what must I do to get into honors? Re-enroll. You understand where this is going? Yeah. The vision became the whole leading force. And now because I've started being a tutor, I can't stop. I'm trying to build up my CV so I get a job. And with those opportunities to speak in front of kids, teach them, I started becoming more confident as I do it. More confident. And my identity changed along the way. I saw myself as more of a teacher than a clown. And that's where the transition happened. So first, the vision is important. When you have the vision, where am I going? Then start behaving like the person who deserves that vision. So that's the answer.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Yes, sir.
I want to ask, since you switched from doing environmental science and on what you are doing currently, is it something you are settling for? You are planning to do something else that is outside what you are doing currently?
Going back to the vision, let me show you where it plays. Let's go back to my vision board. I told you guys, once you have a vision, your life becomes simple. Because it's easy to deal with whatever comes in your way. Here we are. So where does that come in? I'm a speaker, right? I'm a coach. We have got this TMP coaching and consulting. The vision is to have a company which will employ at least 20 employees. Here's the TMP office.
Yes.
You see where I'm going?
Yes.
So as much as I moved, many people don't understand it. I can't explain to people. What are you doing? I usually have a problem of explaining that because people won't understand. I'm a speaker. Just that. I mean, what are you doing to get money? So those are the questions that I can't really answer. So at the moment, I have a driving school. I teach people how to drive.
I was about to plug them. You stole my shine.
Sorry, bruh.
You stole my shine.
Sorry, bruh. Sorry, bruh.
How many of you do not have licenses currently?
All of
All of these are my clients.
And in environmental health, is a license a prerequisite?
Yes.
Why don't you have licenses when there's people like Miracle, who has a driving school, and who actually can provide that service for you? There are people like, meaning there are driving schools, right? I'll tell you why you don't yet. You're waiting for him. You are waiting for him. So those details, all those details at the end there of his presentation, they aren't decorating, ne? They aren't decorating. How long have you been doing that, my brother?
Since 2017.
Since 2017. How many people have got their licenses through your service so
More
far?
than 100.
More than he can count
More than.
is
I
more
can't,
the
yeah,
answer.
I can't even count.
So take his details, guys. Let's plug each other and let's empower each other as well. Ne?
And interesting enough, when I started my driving school, I was still a student. I had a car that was giving me problems. So I always needed to solve that car. I was a tutor, I was getting paid for that. And I started working as well for another company, telesales company, where you call people and sell insurance, while I was a student. So all the money I was earning, because I was a good salesman, getting a lot of money. So all the money I was earning, I was fixing this car. I got frustrated. This guy is always taking my money. What is it doing for me? I was like, no, it must now fix itself and do something for me. And that's where the idea of a driving school came in. Let me teach people. Since I started, I've never poured petrol from my own money. It's pouring petrol for itself. I'm fixing it for itself. I now have 2 cars. And you're like, but I didn't have a truck. How was I doing a driving school? Resourcefulness. There are people with driving schools. I'm giving you an idea now, some of you. There are people who have driving schools, they've got trucks. I market my students. I teach them how to drive with my small car. When they are ready, we take them to those guys. I partnered with a driving school. They do the truck lessons, and they go and test with them. My business is going, I'm eating, I'm fine. And it's nowhere on my vision board. You can see that. Can you see that it's nowhere? My driving school is nowhere on my vision board. Why? Because it's a mission. It's not a vision. It doesn't feature in the bigger part of my life where I'm going. Who knows? It could somehow. But as of now, it's not what I saw. This is what I saw in my vision. Right now, I'm busy with my mission. It's giving me money. It's feeding me every day. So I need it. Because the feeding that it's doing, I can write books. I can publish. Now I'm having a very mega launch coming up. And it's funding that launch. My driving school is funding that launch of the book. Because the book cannot fund itself yet. So all of this, it's a vision where we are going. Understand what I mean? So that's
Give
the
him a
beauty.
call. Next question. Did you just say you have a question? Oh, you said something else.
Anybody with a question? Yes, again.
Is it easy, sir?
Never apologize for asking questions.
Yeah, don't apologize. That's a good one, sir. Thank you for saying that.
Okay. My question is it all of it? Is it easy?
Yo. Guess what my answer is? Why is it those who are saying no, why is it not easy? Yes. Ah. Say it again, say it louder. Exactly. She says if it was easy, everyone would be the best version of themselves. To be quite honest, guys, and this is the reality, I wouldn't recommend what I'm doing to anyone. I wouldn't recommend you pursuing the best version of yourself. I wouldn't, because it's hard. It's hard. And that is why we've got less rich people than poor people. Because getting rich is hard, takes a lot.
But you know how they say that uh, when they say like when you love what you're doing, then what you're doing becomes a hobby.
Yeah, hey,
That's where I'm asking from.
must be careful of motivational speakers. You must be very careful. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, I can give an example about me. What I love and my passion is the things I put on my vision board. See what I'm doing now, speaking, I love it. It's a passion I have. But sometimes your passion won't pay you. And you need to live. So what do you do when your passion can't pay you? I really love sleeping. I'm passionate about sleeping, to be quite honest. But sleeping does not pay. It won't give me that body that I want. So I sacrifice it to go and wake up at 4:30 every morning and go to the gym. So this idea of chasing what you love, wait a bit with that. It's gonna hold you back for a very long time. It's not love that gets things done, guys. It's hard work. Hard work gets things done. And that also means you will do things you don't love doing for the sake of the outcome. Most of the things that are there on my vision board will require me to do things I don't love doing. I'm required to go around and ask for people to buy my book. I hate asking, but I'm required to do that. Hey, buy my book, it's gonna help you, please. Why? Because I have a goal to sell 1 million copies. You get what I mean? So don't pursue love. Love is not gonna get things done. So if you just learn to love what you do. Don't try to do what you love. Learn to love what you do. Meaning, whatever you do, learn to love it and do your best at it because it's helping you become. And this is a statement you should keep in mind. This is a statement you should keep in mind. It's not what you get, it's who you are becoming. That's the only motivational statement you should keep in your mind. Anybody else with a question? Or let's flip it around. Who is learning something today? Is this valuable? Is this valuable? Sir, tell me what has been the key thing you've gotten so far?
How to earn or
100%. How to be prepared for that vision that you want. Yes. And who should I look at? Sir, what have you learned so far?
then
And if you are to give one distinction between a vision and a mission,
I'd say it's something of brain for
awesome, awesome. At least you learned something. My lady, have you learned something today? What have you learned? Yes. Everything you do and every direction you take should have a purpose. And sir, why are they laughing at you? Were you like me, bruh? Are you me back in the days? Everyone laughs before you talk.
I've learned that becoming a best vision of myself it might be hard, but then mission and vision can help me do that.
Dope. Dope. You, ma'am. Tell us.
I've learned that I need to identify my strengths and also use my strengths to create opportunities for me.
Dope, 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 dope. And ma'am, yes, you.
Well, I would say that I think for the longest time I had the question of how do you actually set a vision board? Because we see it on social media a lot. Everyone has a vision board now, but then how do you do it? And then the point where you showed that your mission was not on the vision board. I think that's the mistake that I have been doing. Having my mission on the board, but not actually having just the vision on it. So it takes me back a little bit. So I liked that.
Beautiful. And it's interesting. Once you start having that vision, guys, it's like automatic. Certain things I'm getting without even doing much. They just happen, and I see myself, hey man, did I just get this? And it's leading me towards the vision. Because once you put it down, powerful. That thing speaks for itself. So I would challenge you. Try to go write a vision for yourself. Start with 5 years. The reason I started with 5 years, it's easier. It's easier to look at it and say, I'm closer to 5 years than 10 years. So I can try and achieve that earlier. And here's another hack. When you do this vision, don't think, hey, today I'm broke. I can't say I'm going to have 20,000 Rand next year. No, you don't think it like that. Think of the most impossible, outrageous. Once your mind can perceive it, or once your mind can conceive it, you can perceive it. So you just write it. Whatever your dream is, you know now what you want in your life. You just write it down. Find a picture on social media and put it on your board. Make it beautiful. Find a beautiful one also so that it can make you feel nice. Because you can't put ugly things. Who want ugly things? So don't think of the how. I don't know how I'm going to reach all of those things. I didn't know that one day I was going to come and teach students from UJ, but it builds my profile today. And that's a profile that I can add towards achieving my vision. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. So put down those things and let them guide you. Yes, ma'am.
And so, yeah, so you.
Yeah, you see, this is the time where I choose whether to lie or to tell the truth. Whether to be a motivational speaker or to tell the truth. So this is what I do. And this is an honest answer. You see now you have timetables, né? You came here because you have a timetable, which told you that 4:20 you have this lecture. At 2 you had another one. And then there's a break in between. And then there's wara. Why is it so that after you finish school, you will resort to living your life without a timetable? That's where people start dying and falling off from the journey of life. Because of a timetable, you were able to get your degree. Why does it stop after? And you are still trying to achieve something. So after realizing that, because I had the same problem, being an entrepreneur, that's the problem with an entrepreneur. Managing your time. You have no one who's telling you, I need this at this time. It's only you. And if you don't do it, what are you going to tell yourself? You have to understand. So you need to have something to keep you accountable. So I designed a timetable, and I didn't put it. I should have put it there, but I didn't put it there. I was going to show you my timetable. It's full. It shows me when I'm waking up at 4:30. 5 o'clock, I'm supposed to be at gym. 6 o'clock, I'm back. And from 6 to 7, I'm supposed to be educating myself. How do I educate myself? Just by playing YouTube. I have speakers in my house, volume up. I listen to people telling me, you can do it, you can what. While I'm doing whatever I'm doing, I'm learning. It's education. I'm learning, so my mind is always sharp. Another thing, interesting fact, my brother also does it. I didn't know, we found out now. When I get into my car, I don't play the radio. I don't listen to music. I want to listen to my mind. What do I have to tell myself? I'm not toxic to myself. I'm on my side. So I can listen to myself. So those things, I'm giving you an answer of what you should do, not what I should do. And that is have a timetable for your life. That will tell you, wake up at this time. Do this at this time. Do this. Because I've got many different things that I'm doing, many different businesses. I've got driving school. I've got the public speaking thing I'm trying to do. I'm trying to sell books. So everything is divided into segments. Do I follow it all the time? No, I don't. But the fact that it's there, when I'm out of direction, I always go back. Do you understand? So what I do on my day would be lying to you, because every day is different. But what can help you is have a timetable for your life. Break down minutes, hour by hour, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 1 hour. Break it down like that. Even your time to sleep. Mina, by 10, if you're going to text me after 10, you're not going to get me. I don't take calls after 10, after 9 p.m. Because by 10, I must be sleeping. 4:30 is hard to wake up. Even now in this winter, 4:30, I'm up.
Okay, so how do you hold yourself accountable? Because it's easy to like
slack.
fall off and say
Yes.
no one knows because
Yes.
it's only your.
Good.
Yeah.
It's not easy to keep yourself accountable, my people. It's not easy to keep yourself accountable. That's why it's important to have yourself a coach, a personal coach. A mentor, there's a difference between a coach and a mentor. A mentor doesn't really care much whether you succeed or not. You are receiving inspiration from them. You go to them, you have a question, they will answer to you, their lives go on. But a coach, more especially a coach that you can pay. I pay a coach. I have a coach that I pay so that they can help me improve my life. And I must report to this person. Every time I sit down with them, I tell them, I'm struggling in my business. I want to do this and this. They're like, okay, it's fine. Do this and this and this. Next week, I need a report back. They keep me accountable. And he's got a right to tell me that you are slacking and you're stupid, you're foolish, you're weak. You're not going anywhere with that attitude. He tells me straight to my face. And he's younger than me, which is more painful. On my birthday last week, he said this to me. Imagine this as a happy birthday message. Hey, happy birthday, my friend. So we are friends, but it's my coach and I pay him. Happy birthday, my friend. He's calling as a friend. You understand? Hey, the pain I felt. Yeah, happy birthday, my friend. No, man, go grow well. You see now, you are old. So grow up. You have to grow up. Imagine a birthday call. Happy birthday, and is a friend. Grow up. It's time to grow up. You've been slacking for too long. Why aren't you making money? Understand? He keeps me accountable. The point is, he keeps me accountable, and he's got a right to do that. So having a coach helps you to remain accountable. Also having there's an app called any.do. That's what I use sometimes. It works very well. You write down your to-do. It's a to-do list. Keeps reminding you until you do it. You'll get tired. It doesn't get tired. It'll keep reminding you, and it counts the days that you're not doing. It's like you're on your day 17. You have not done this. Until you switch it off, you'll get annoyed and switch it off. But the fact that it keeps pestering you and reminding you will keep you accountable in a way. So you have to find things, or have buddies, friends that you can be honest with. You know, sometimes this friendship thing doesn't work because you don't tell each other the truth, you guys. So have a friend that's going to tell you, my friend, now you're stupid. Now you're slaking. And she mustn't be angry. And here's a trick. Here's a hack, a life hack. This is my last thing I say. Last thing I say. Here's a life hack. If any relationship ends because you told the other party the truth, there was no relationship to begin with. Thank you.
My brother, when you were on tables last week, what was happening?
Yeah, when I was on tables, I was in my moment. I was not wearing a suit.
So, you know, when he won the Toastmaster Championship, it was an online thing, national. So people from Bloemfontein were competing, people from Cape Town. You know, you choose your own background and everything. And then the topic was, is silence still golden? I guess you know the saying, silence is golden. The topic was, is silence still golden? And then people were coming, yes, silence is still golden, or silence is not anymore. You know, there's so much social media noise, etc. Do you want to hear how he started his? That's exactly how he started his. My brother. Then he asked the question right back at them. Was that golden?